Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this tutorial video to bring you this special news bulletin. Due to some technical difficulties, I do apologize for the late upload of this video, but as of next Friday, we will be back on track with the Friday tutorials. So with that, let's get to this video that is much overdue. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to R-Squared Technology. I'm your host, Ryan, and let's get ready to SolidWorks. Boom! So as you know, it is 4th of July week, and today we are going to be concluding, this is the fourth video for the housing. As always, there will be a link in the description below where you can pick up the book to follow along. So with that, let's get it started. And remember, always point fireworks away from your face and not indoors. Alright, hopefully you haven't launched a Roman candle into your neighbor's yard and lit it on fire. If so, call the fire department. For now, let's jump back into the model here. Page 90, section 2.54, we are going to add some number 632 threaded tap holes to the very top of our part. So let's begin. I'll select the face of the top of our part, press Ctrl A to bring it normal to. I'll hit Escape. And then I want to go to the Features tab up here on the top left and go back to our glorious hole wizard. Ew. Now from here, we're going to want to make sure that we choose the straight tap type. Down here under Standard, we want to choose ANSI inch, and under Height type, tapped hole. And then the size, we want to make sure that 632, number 632 is selected. And now down here in our end condition, we want to make sure that blind is selected and that our depth is set to 0.432, followed by our thread blind, which is 0.276. So now section at 2.56 on page 91, we're going to come up here, click the Position tab. Now we're going to select that face again. And here's what's really cool. So this rolls over into page 92 to finish out this feature. I'm going to zoom in a bit. We're going to hover over our corner radius here and notice that little center point that appeared. That's where we're going to make our coincident relations. And that fully defines the location for each one of these holes in each corner. And just like that, click OK, Control S. I hit the space bar and bring it isometric so you can see that. And that will bring us now to page 93, section 2.58. Alrighty then. Now we're going to learn a new command within Sketch, and we're going to also learn a new way to enter a sketch rather than going to the Sketch tab. So the face we want is this one here, so I'm going to do space bar, make the top view normal to. And now we're going to do something here where we select that face and notice this pop-up menu that appears here. This is where we're going to do it. So you'll notice two things. We have Edit Sketch and Sketch. We're not editing a previous sketch, we're starting a new one. So I'm going to choose the bottom option here, which then you'll notice in the top left we automatically went into the Sketch tab. Now I'm going to zoom in on this face a bit more here, and in our Sketch tab, we're going to choose the straight slot command. And in the slot types, we want to choose the straight slot option, top left. And now from here, we can click on the face, drag down, click again, make sure we have a vertical relation, and drag out to relatively any width, and click again. And then I'm going to hit Escape key to close out of the slot command. So notice something. We automatically got two dimensions automatically generated. So from here, we're going to modify those, which is on page 94 and into 95. This dimension here, our length or width, depending, I'll consider this the length, is going to be 0.375. And then our width, which could also technically be the radius, is going to be 0.25, enter. And then finally we need to locate this and fully define the sketch. So I'll come up here in the top left, select the smart dimension, then I will choose this bottom center point of this arc here, and then I'm going to choose this left edge here, drag down, choose 0.5, enter, and then finally select the same center point again, select this bottom edge here, drag out, and 0.5, enter. Now notice it looks like the sketch is inside of this cylindrical flange on this side. It's not, I assure you. We'll click Close Dialog, we'll go up to the Features tab, and we'll finish off with an extruded cut with the end condition through all, click OK, and then do Control S. And then from here we're going to page 96. Okay, carrying over from page 95 to 96, we're going to do one quick thing here. Go over into the features tree in the bottom, select the cut extrude, clicking on it once, clicking on it twice, and then rename it to be slot. Hit enter. And we can hit escape a couple times and Control S. Now from here, we want to make sure that we're in the features tab, and we're going to choose a linear pattern. So this is going to be on page 96, section 2.59, and go into section 2.61 on page 97. So choose the linear pattern, and in the properties, the direction we're going to choose for direction 1 is this edge here. So I'll tilt it a little bit. We're going to select this line here. Now notice something, the direction arrow is pointing down. In other words, if we were to select this slot right now, it's going to make it off that flange feature. So we need to fix that. Simply change the direction by coming out into the properties and reverse the direction here. And now we're on page 97, section 2.61 for this next part. We'll now come down here and choose the dimension of 1 1/4 inch or 1.25. And then we'll come down here in the Feature and Faces box, Features to Pattern, and we'll choose our slot. And then we can click OK, and just like that, we've created our linear pattern of the slot. Control S. Now we can move on to page 98. Alright, section 2.62, page 98. We're now going to start another mirror feature. So for this, make sure we're in the Features tab. We will then also make sure that we have the right plane selected because we're going to mirror the slots to the other flange on the other side. Then come up here, click Mirror, and then we already have the plane selected, so we're going to click Features to Mirror, and down in the graphics view in the flyout, we're going to choose the Linear Pattern 1, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see it there, and then we will click OK and hit Control S, and that ends on page 99, section 2.63. Alright, we are going to finish off the housing with one last feature and add some view to it. So, section 2.63, page 99, and into page 100, we're going to start our fillet command by making sure we're in the Features tab, choose Fillet, and then the edges to select are going to be here, 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 and here. And then down in our parameters, we want to make sure it's symmetric and it's 1/8 of an inch or 0.125, and then click OK. Now, section 2.64, page 101, all the way through page 104 goes over how to check some mask properties. But for this video, we're going to simply jump to page 104 to finish off this part by clicking the space bar, bringing it to isometric, and then up here in the view settings, choose the drop down and click the Real View Graphics to show the material texture. So that is all I have for you in this video, which concludes the housing part. We will in the next video pick it up on page 116, where we are going to start the side cover part. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.